What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to Ebbsfleet United. So here we are now, we're at the end of our, what is this, first, second, third, only our third season in the save. And of course last time I met you off we were halfway through the season and we were doing very well. We were, I believe we were top of the table, I don't remember the points count, but we were top of the table and we were flying high. And you know, the big question was, could we keep it up? You know, back-to-back promotions already. Of course, asking to do that again is still a tough ask, but based on our first half of the season, we really should have been up there. And were we able to achieve it? Of course we were. I mean, was there ever any doubt, really? If you look at the goals for 107, that tells you how we got promoted. We could not stop finding the back of the net this season, and because of that, we won the league and we pretty much walked this division. If you look at the gap between second place, third place and fourth place, you know, they're so tight. Even, you know, second to sixth is only separated by 6 points, but then second to first is separated by, what points is that? 4, 7, 17 points. That is a hell of a margin, you know, to have a points gap. So we were deserved winners. You know, at the end of the day, we didn't really do much wrong in this division, and because of that we've got 3 promotions in a row, which is incredible. And of course, look at that, we've been top since, what's that, just before midway through the season. You know, we've been top majority of the year. We did deserve it. There was no one who said we didn't, you know, who could have said we didn't, in no way, shape or form. So it's been a great year, but yet again next year we're stepping into the unknown once more. League One, a tougher state of football, you know, 4 teams getting relegated as well. It's so hard to stay in that division if you go up and struggle because of the sheer amount of teams that get relegated. And of course you've then got people from the championship stepping down. Typically teams in the championship are pretty good, so we're going to be competing with a lot of good teams next year. But of course I'm going to be looking forward to that challenge. So let's go on to transfer history now and start this off. Well, I guess we'll look at the outs. I believe last time I left you off was maybe John Bedford, I believe, was the last guy you saw. So we loaned out, you know, we loaned out a few people who weren't really too important. Maybe a couple of key people, Jason Talbot, who I loaned out. He wasn't getting enough first team football here, so I let him go out to Wrexham. He moaned a little. As you see, he played very well at Skrill Prem. League 2 isn't really a level for him, and plus at his age, it was hard to break into the team. And also we loaned out Akinfenwa in March. So yeah, despite him being such a key figure in the team to help us get into the Football League, he just couldn't force Obagozo out of the team. And, you know, because of that, because of how well Obagozo did, I believe it was the striker's name, been a while, yeah, because of how well he did, Akinfenwa just was unable to really force much of a challenge. You know, really didn't find any consistent first team football. And you can even see, you know, 6 substitute appearances in more than half a year. You know, it just really isn't good enough for a player like for him anyway. So he went to Chesterfield and he did all right there, but never really played a lot. I think injuries are now starting to sort of affect his career. As you know, he didn't even get injured there. He just didn't really play that much for Chester, I guess. I think they were already like battling for promotion at that point. They dropped down, I guess. But yeah, they weren't. I don't know. They might have been a mid-table team. Again, it's been a while. So I guess we'll go to the ends then. So actually, one of the main ones out, actually, I didn't even mention, I just skipped over, was Rafael Akinsanya. He went to Norwich for, what was it, 150k. So a lot of money for this lad. And we did sign him all the way back when we first started this save. Again, he was one of them regens, a bit like Levitt, who not accidentally, but was put in the game because I ticked the option at the start. And despite the fact that I don't think he has great potential, I never saw it in him. And as a result, he never really featured for us. But for some reason, Norwich saw something in him that they really, really wanted, and they were willing to pay 150k. And I actually put it up to 150k, thinking that they would blow me off. And then they said, "Well, that's an acceptable amount." I was like, "Wow!" And as you can see, I was able to loan him back actually as well as part of the deal. So that was good, which meant I made money, but still had a player backup for the year. So I was absolutely chuffed and well willing to accept that. Yeah. So. Apart from that, that was the only real actual transfer action in for us, was a reloaning of a player we already sold. But thinking about next year, we've already loaned in a few people. That is because, if you could see at the start, if those of you looking down here, as you see, we're insecure currently. So yeah, it's not good. And part of the reason for that is because we we are building currently, of course, the new stadium. Did I mention this? I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but we are building a new stadium. Again, it's been a really long time since I've recorded any of these, but we're building a new stadium, and that, of course, is affecting our finances quite a bit because we've taken out a hefty loan to pay for that, and as you can see, we're paying back 36k per month, and that's pretty much crippling us. We can't really afford to do that. It's hard to say sustainable, and plus pay, of course, increasing and ever more demanding wages. It's just, we're sort of crumbling. So as a result, these two people we've brought in thinking about next seasons have both been loans. The first guy we brought in was Ola Dahl, and as you can see, I just sent him back. He wasn't as good as I thought he was going to be. As you can see, leading League 2, and I just decided, you know what, I don't really want him here. And plus, the other guy we've loaned in, Liam Kelly, is actually a lot better. Liam Kelly is 20 years of age. He's got some pretty decent base stats, good passing or technique, a decent set piece guy, a free kick, penalty taking, cross corners as well is pretty good. Overall, a pretty decent centre attacking mid, but you can also play centre mid and a striker. So to me, he's a very versatile player and someone I'm willing to have here. So as a result, I just loaned back Dahl. I decided I didn't really need him in the team. So yeah, of course, I always put that clause, can be sent back to parent club, and that's what I did, and I just sent him back pretty much instantly, so he's not here. But he's not a bad player, but as you can see, not really got great technical stats. I just really prefer Liam Kelly, and also Liam Kelly has got that better report. Apparently he's already a League 1 player, so why not have Kelly thinking about next year. So as you see, not really much happened. Of course, a lot more is going to happen once all the transfers and contracts expire, or the few that are expiring expire, and we start maybe shifting a few people out. Once I start again looking at the market, seeing what's out there, and seeing what I can strengthen and bring in. So I expect a lot of action to be happening in the upcoming transfer window. But for now, it's a bit quiet, a bit quieter than usual, I should say. Anyway, as you can see, I'm already rejecting a few bids here and there for players, but I don't know. Again, I don't know how long I can really do that, because I will have to strengthen this team. It's strong enough to beat this level, yes, but was it strong enough for the level above? I don't really think so yet. Anyway, to the fixtures. Last time I met you off, I can't remember this, so I think it was sometime around here, because I guess I counted. I actually think it was maybe the Fleetwood game or the Coventry game I last met you off. I don't remember, but we'll go from Coventry. We beat them 2-0. Good result. After that, 4-2 to Port Vale and 4-2 to Barnet, absolutely smashing them, and Orbegozo getting 2 goals in them games. So again, you'll see his name pop up a lot more in this as we look through these as we look through these fixtures. Went on a poor run here, surprisingly poor run, 2 defeats in a row, which is unusual for us, as Morecambe and Kidderminster still were able to stop us. We did bounce back, beating Walsall 3-0. Well, yet again, Orbegozo getting a double, and Richard Levitt popping in and scoring, before we were absolutely smashed and really quite embarrassed by Torquay. 4-1 we lost, and again, that's quite a huge margin of victory for us to lose, or a huge goal deficit for us to lose by. So I was really poor, but again we bounced back, still conceding quite a few goals, but we won 4-3. Orbegozo with a double yet again, helping us just get over the line as the 78th minute winner from Sim Holmes helped us collect all 3 points. Yet again though, 2 defeats on the bounce to Oxford and Luton meant we weren't really on a great run of form. From there to there, only 2 wins out of a possible of 7. So we really did need to start picking up our run of form. And yet again, another high-scoring affair occurred. This time, Orbegozo got a hat-trick in this one, helping us get to the win in the 91st minute goal we got, and the 70th minute, which ended up being the 2 goals to push us over the edge. So that was a really good victory over Mansfield. But after that, good victories followed, to Accrington beating Northampton, Gillingham smashing Stevenage 5-1, Orbegozo with a double yet again, beating Chesterfield 1-0, and also beating Hartlepool 1-0, before we slipped up a little, losing to Burnley, sorry, I'm way ahead of myself, losing to Bury 2-1, drawing to Shrewsbury, and then, as we started coming to the end of the season, I think at this point we were already secured the league, so 5-2 to Wickham, Orbegozo and Selina with doubles there. Beat Dagenham and Redbridge 4-1, again Orbegozo with a double. We lost to Fleetwood 1-0, we beat Burton 4-1 in our last game of the season as well, before we had a friendly against Torquay to sort of raise a little bit of money. So it's been a great season. We just, as I said, we could not stop scoring, and I mean, I think we have the squad capable of continuing to score a lot of goals next season. but it'll be again the defense. It's always been the defense for us, it seems like, but it'll be defensively. Can we strengthen? Because I think that's where we need to be sort of worrying and focusing on. Jackson did very well, and so did Mambo, but will they be able to take the step up yet again? I don't know yet. Of course, you know, if I see someone really good out there or who I feel will take us to the next level, I'm gonna, you know, take that risk and drop these guys. So, and also you can actually see even by, you know, who's on the bench, it's a wafer thin squad. You know, there's not much squad depth here. I bet actually if we look at the bench, you know, if we take out this, you know, him and West, you know, it's people 20 years or younger, you know, teenagers. So we really do not have much squad depth in this side. There are a few people, of course, not included. I don't know if Selena is going to be in the side yet or not. He probably will. You know, he'd probably actually be considered there. But yeah, this squad is just absolutely incredible. But a few people, of course, stand out. Mikel Orbegozo, 27 years of age, and oh my, probably the best signing any League 2 team has made ever. 42 games, 40 goals, 15 assists. He created 55 goals in 42 games. I understand 7 of them were penalties, but you know, wait, is that, why is it bracket 6? I don't know. Was it whatever? Okay, you know, 7 of them were penalties or whatever, but still an incredible player. You know, so important to our promotion push this season, and hopefully he can step up. I mean, he's got very good stats, and I'm not really going to be able to drop a guy scoring 40 goals. You know, I can't really go, oh, because we're in League 1, I'm going to drop you. You know, I'm sure he's got the scoring capabilities. If he doesn't, of course, you know, he's wanted by teams already. He's going to have a high value on him. If he struggles in the first few games, I'll of course look to try and bring someone else in. But for now, I believe Orbegozo will be leading the line next season. Richard Levitt has continued to step up and continue to grow. 19 years of age now. Look at that, leading championship player already, apparently. And still, he's got that leading Premier League division potential. You know, so the fact that his potential is not dipped shows that it probably has been the right thing that I've kept him here and played him. You know, he's developed so much due to his, you know, first team exposure. And again, more goals than he's ever scored in the other 2 divisions. And I have no doubt in my mind that he will definitely be able to step up to League 1. And, you know, being captain as well, I expect him to lead and sort of set an example. But elsewhere, you know, we've still got key performers elsewhere on the pitch. Sean Goss has been beyond expectations to me. You know, he's a good player, yes, but to put in the performances he has in comparison to others, it's really, really good. As you can see, Chris Child has played a full season yet again, and this time he's played a lot better than his past year. I would love to, of course, sign another centre mid next season, but I've been saying that for the past 2 years now, and I still haven't been able to find one. So I would, of course, like to sign another centre mid, but if you know, funds aren't available, Chris Childs will probably have to do for another year. Defensively, Mambo's played all right, not taking a step up as well as others. But then again, this is probably going to, I don't know, maybe it says his championship potential. I thought when I originally came it was like League 2 potential, maybe League 1. I think he's probably going to find his peak soon though, because he is 24. The development, or the player development at this age typically slows down. So maybe Mambo's reached his peak in League 2, but of course only time will tell with that one. But still, good player for us. I don't really imagine he's going anywhere on £375 a week either. You know, if anyone's going to leave, it'll probably be Adam Jackson because of his large wage. Keeper, you know, it was a big problem for us last year, the goalkeeping position. Still not great. You know, 65 goals conceded is not really good. But, you know, he's getting more clean sheets. He's putting in better performances at least. So, you know, you have to look at the positives there. It's still, that goalkeeping position is not a great position for us. And also as well, Sim Holmes. You know, he was a fringe player for the past year. You know, never really played consistently in the starting 11. This year, he's actually played the exact same amount of games, but he started a lot more, and because of that, you know, his performances have increased. You know, his performances are a lot better. So, Sim Holmes has Premier League potential as well. So, of course, I want to try and develop this guy now. I want to see how he can do, see how he does in the higher level. I probably should have played him in the conference. You know, if I was really serious about him, I really should have played him and dropped people like West, who now, as you can see, going into next season, he is someone that I envision being on the bench. So, Yeah, I should have probably played Holmes a little bit earlier so I could develop him more, but oh well. Elsewhere, Selena's played great. Well, not great, but Selena's done decently enough, in my opinion. You know, 9 goals, 3 assists. Not exactly a load of assists as you'd expect him typically playing a right attacking mid. But still, you know, good performances, you know, decent enough in my opinion. You know, he's still helping your team around him. West has, again, taken to the step up brilliantly. As I said, you know, he's on the bench for now. That's where he's going to be starting next season. But if injuries or anything happen or occur, if bad performances, I have no doubt Michael West will step in. And of course, if he's playing well, I'm not going to drop someone, you know, getting 7 ratings on these average, you know, 7 match ratings and stuff like that. So for me, Michael West, he's going to be at the club, yes. Whether he plays as many games as he has for the past few years, I don't know. But, you know, with the performances he's putting in, I can't really let this guy go because I still think he'll be a great asset to the team, whether he's just a squad player or a starting player. But that's the squad. Let's go into the table. Let's go back into the league and have a look at awards. So, Player of the Month, we picked it up on 3 occasions. Orbegozo picking it up twice, and as well as Michael West. Player of the Year went to Orbegozo, as you would expect. Players Team of the Year, we had Orbegozo, Michael West, Richard Levitt, and Liam Rideholg. I've not Ridehaig. I've got to call him that because that's what I see all the time. Left back has been putting great performances. Top goal scorer, you know who that's going to be. Look at that, nearly double the amount of second place. No one could be on his level this season. Young Player of the Month, we picked it up on 2 occasions. Richard Levitt picking it up on both of them occasions. I said occasion too many times there. We picked up Manager of the Year. Manager of the Month, we only picked it up once in March. I'm guessing we picked up a few seconds and stuff. Not a load, so despite the fact Flintcroft, am I saying that right? Yeah, Flintcroft picked it up twice. We still managed to walk away as Manager of the Year. We really should have won more Manager of the Month awards. You know, winning the league as comfortably as we did. Goal of the Season didn't come anywhere in there, and Goal of the Month, I don't think we were anywhere in there. Did we get conceded for Goal of the Season? No. Okay. What else should I look at? Tactic is still 4-2-3-1. It's still just very basic, very simple. You know, nothing too complicated. Orbegozo has been playing as a target man as well this season. So, yeah, no, nothing's changed there, and I don't really think there's much more I can talk about. I spoke about the team. I guess we'll flick through the squad here. Let me do it on attributes, and we'll have a look at, you know, see if there's any growth arrows on there. I can film her on his way out, probably. Bedford, Buck, maybe a backup player. Burgess, Selena there. Decent stats. Chris Childs, of course, we saw him already growing. Daikwa, not great, but he'll do if, you know, if he plays well. Tom Evans, Foreman, Guildford. Some of these players are abysmal, but that's sort of how poor our finances are. There's Goss, Holmes. I really like Holmes. You know, I really like his determination. That's something I really like in a player. So I quite like him. I'd like to see how he does next year. Adam Jackson. You know, growing a little bit, not a lot though. Caro, not really played well this season at all. Liam Kelly, excited to see how he does next year. Of course, Levitt, you've already seen. Lingazi, there you go. Good player, but sort of finding hard to get in the team. Mambo, already saw that. Orbegozo, already seen that. You're right, don't really need to see that guy. He's a nobody. Nobody. You've already seen him. Already seen Talbot. Already seen. Actually, we haven't seen Taylor, but not really developed much. I think he was out on loan, weren't he? Didn't play. Played decently well for Dover, but you know, that's a completely different ball game compared to League One, the Skrill South. David Viana, not really played a lot this season. Just really found it hard to get in the team because of the other good performers going around him. So he's probably someone that'll be leaving as well, especially again the size of his wage. Actually, his contract's expiring anyway, but he'll be someone leaving. But still, his benefit, you know, his contribution won't be forgotten. We're back at Michael West, Westlake. Not the greatest. Probably look to get a new right back, and we're at Akinfenmore again. So that was the squad there. We looked at the finances. Nothing else to really talk about, I don't think. You know, we're just going to have to look forward to the new exciting life in League One. We'll have back-to-back promotions under our belt. But I see League One being a lot harder. You know, I said that going into League Two. I said, you know, stepping up into the Football League is very difficult. But League One is even more competitive than League Two. Look at the points separating 22nd to 17th. You know, 3 points separating a team third from bottom and a team 4 positions above the relegation zone. It's gonna be very hard to stay in the league. And even if you want to maybe look at the top end, you know, look at maybe trying to get out of this division in one try, it's still a very hard thing to do. Because again, from 9th up until hell 2nd, you know, there's only 10 points separating them. That's, you know, really is no margin for error there. You know, you've got to beat the teams around you, you've got to beat the teams below you. So, you know, it's going to be an interesting challenge, and it's going to depend, I think, a lot on who we can sign. So this will be it for now, guys. Next time we get back, we'll be halfway through our first season in League One. So until then, peace out.